ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang city from dawn to dusk. We're singing our praise to Thee, where the plains, sparkling rivers and seas, hills and mountains, trees adore. From the shores across the seas, all nature's here to Thee above. Bicolanda, our native land behold. Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, natanduanes, mas partes o subong. Sinisohin ka, nakalikaw, bigas kita patos o subong, and mas partes abono no heroes, land of the free. Oh, Mama, you're the watching over thee. Bicolanda, Bicolanda, the home of the Oragons. Fearless warriors, bold and brave, the truth and dignity we defend. Bicolanda, Bicolanda, the home of the Oragons. Fearless warriors, bold and brave, the truth and dignity we defend. The truth and dignity we
In the midst of a changing world, they're standing tall, adept at dealing with whatever life affords. With the skills, their wit and wisdom all aglow, they'll find their dreams wherever they behold. Guided by the Almighty, they dwell in harmony with their coastal land and all its nature's grace. Hail to every must, but then you learn the sense. In power they will make our country stand. To make you feel there's so much fun and joy in learning. To keep them safe in every need and right protected. To nurture them and let their passions glow and burning. To light their path and lead them to a righteous life. This is the dream of the division of Masbate, a lifelong quality education for her children. Hand in hand with the leaders, teachers, and the whole community, every noble dream of Masbateños will come true. This is the dream of the division of Masbate, a lifelong quality education
To our school's division superintendent, Mrs. Nene Rosal Marioles, CESO 5. To our assistant schools division superintendent, Fernando C. Macaraig. To our CID chief, Mrs. Dorothy L. Daniel. To all public schools district supervisors and secondary school heads. To all public district science coordinators and secondary science coordinators. To everyone, good day. Challenge makes one stronger and wiser. It helps us to be more critical and analytical thinker, as he or she possesses by this rule. Because a problem solver of every query possesses in mind. Lucky enough that we, Masbateños, especially Masbate Province Division, never stop searching for worldwide knowledge despite of COVID-19 pandemic, which has brought major losses to our country's economy. Lots of companies and establishments have closed, which bring extreme adjustments to all of us, especially to our educational system. Face-to-face classes are suspended, but replaced by 3 modes of distance learning, which are modular, online, and blended. With this chapter event, again, our skills and talents in science will be tested with regards on meteorology. Everyone who is willing can join. I know despite of this learning situation of ours, you have instilled your skills through your teachers and coaches, of course. Young scientists never stop learning, discovering, and experimenting. And I am really proud that you Masbateño learners possesses all that qualities. And the proof is about this proud. Through joining this competition, every school is given of criteria of the events to be guided with this. For the winners, my advance congratulations, and for those who have tried but not luckily chosen, don't feel sad, because after this, there are more awaits for you. Again, congratulations everyone, and God bless us all. Good day.
guys two science experiments that is about this month's topic, which is meteorology. Before we proceed on to doing our experiments, let us first know what is meteorology. Meteorology. Meteorology is the study of the Earth's atmosphere and the variations in temperature and moisture patterns that produce different weather conditions. Some of the major subjects of study are such phenomena as precipitation such as rain, snow, thunderstorms, tornadoes, hurricane, and typhoons. The importance of meteorological events is felt in various ways. For example, a drought results in water shortages, crop damage, low river flow rates, and increased wildfire potential. In addition, these effects may lead to restricted river travel, saltwater infiltration in aquifers and coastal bays, stress on various plant and animal species, population shifts, economic hardship, and even political unrest. Modern meteorology focuses primarily on the typical weather patterns observed, including thunderstorms, extratropical cyclones, fonts, hurricanes, typhoons, and various tropical water waves. Meteorology is usually considered to describe and study the physical basis for individual events. So now that we already knew a lot about meteorology, let us now start with our experiments. I'm going to show you guys the materials that we will be needing. I have here a big jar. The size of my face. I have here a pitcher full of tap water. I have here a detergent, a liquid dish soap. I have here some shaving foam. I have here some dropper. I have two gloves, gold and silver. I have here some food coloring. I chose the first thing that I'll be doing is filling my jar with tap water. So open the lid and just fill it up. So now that we filled in our jar with some tap water, it's time to put on our liquid dish soap. Just open it and put a little bit of dish soap, and then it's time to put on our desired color of glitter. After putting our glitter, it's time to close the lid. And let's see where the magic happens. Close it tightly. Now it's time to do the trick. Just shake it up and down, side to side, and turn around. So now let us proceed on to our next experiment, which is making a rainstorm. We will need our shaving foam. Let's just shake it first and put it at the opening of our lid. Now, you may be wondering, what is the purpose of the shaving foam? Well, you'll see. This will serve as our cloud. Now that we already have our cloud, it's time to prepare our raindrops. I have here my food coloring and clay dropper, and I'm going to show you guys how a rainstorm happens. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!
I'm Joden.
Well, Jan, at your service.
Alam niyo na ba ang pinakamalaking meteorite ever recorded?
O ang pinakamaliit.
Well, don't you worry, sasama namin kayo to know more about Mr. Meteoroid.
Alam niyo na ba kung ano ang meteor? Paano ito nabubuo? Ano ang pagkakaiba-iba ng meteoroids, meteors, at meteorites?
Oo naman, Miss Maxine.
Meteoroids are objects in space that range in size from dust grains to small asteroids. They are often called space rocks.
And when meteoroids enter Earth's atmosphere or that of another planet, like Mars at a high speed, and burn up, the pargles or shooting star are called a meteor.
Sa atin, ang shooting star ay ang tinatawag na bulalakaw. And when a meteoroid survives a trip through the atmosphere and hits the ground, it's called meteorite.
Atin lamang tandaan, meteoroids are space rock.
When it enters Earth's atmosphere, it is now called meteor.
When it hits the ground, it's a meteorite. Ayan, kilala na natin si Mr. Meteoroid. Mas kilalanin pa natin siya.
The following are the most famous meteorites.
First on our list is Uba meteorite. Weighing in at a whopping 60 tons, it is the largest known meteorite on the planet. It can be found right where it originally impacted in Namibia, Africa. It is mostly iron with nickel and other trace elements.
It struck down over 80,000 years ago and wasn't discovered until 1920.
At present, it is under the care of National Monument with thousands of visitors every year.
We are now down to number 2, the William A. meteorite.
The largest meteorite ever found in the United States at 15.5 tons and stands 10 feet tall. It is pitted iron meteorite, which is believed to be the remains of the iron core of a planet.
It landed around 1,000 years ago and was discovered by Westerners in 1902.
Third famous meteorite being recorded is the SCI-CONNECT or Hodges meteorite.
It was named after Anne Hodges during the time she was napping on her sofa when an 8.5-pound meteorite smashed through her window and struck her on the hip.
Can you imagine that? I guess it must have hurt her so much.
Well, to tell you, Miss Maxine, Anne Hodges was bruised but otherwise unharmed.
Lastly, the Allende meteorite.
This meteorite crashed to Earth over Mexico in 1969 and became one of the most studied meteorites of all time. This is considered as an example of a carbonaceous content.
Dating back to the formation of the Sun and planets 4.6 billion years ago, they are among the most primitive solar system materials known to man are made of silicates, oxides, sulfides, water, organic compounds, and various different minerals.
Ayan, mga kasamahan kong mag-aaral. We've learned a lot about meteoroids.
Yes naman, but we will never stop knowing.
Tama, kaya't samahan niyo kaming muli in our next journey.
See you next time!
I am Florence and I am Divine, grade 11 student from Osmania National High School. Every person deserves to know the truth, and every person gets confused about the changes of weather. Today's topic will be about meteorological instrument. Meteorological instruments are the instruments used to sample the states
of the atmosphere at the given period of time.
It allows meteorologists the ability to analyze and evaluate the data collected. This data not only details about the weather over time, but it helps predict the future weather patterns. We had different kinds of meteorological instruments, such as barometer, anemometer, atmospheric pressure, hygrometer, and many more. But we're going to focus the three special meteorological instruments. The first one is the radiosonde. It is battery-powered telemetry instrument carried into the atmosphere, usually by a weather balloon. The radiosonde carries sensors that measure temperature, air pressure, humidity, and GPS location, which altitude and wind speed are calculated. The transmitter sends the information back to the ground station where the data are collected and used for forecast.
Okay, let's move on to weather satellite. Weather satellite is the one of the instruments that used to measure the weather and climate of Earth. It has two main types, the GOAS satellites and the polar orbiting satellites. First is the GOAS satellite, or the Geostationary Operational and Environmental Satellites, collect from meteorological and infrared information to measure the atmosphere and the ocean. It also collects the clouds pattern from day and night, and by the help of Delta Rocket, it measures the visible mass from the condensed water vapor floating in our atmosphere. And additional information about the GOAS satellites, it provides continuous monitoring that necessary for intensive detailed analysis. The National Aeronautical and Space Administration states that weather satellites is observing the platform in space. And from the GOAS satellites, let's come from the next, which is the polar orbiting satellites. But polar orbiting satellites situated about 850 kilometers above the Earth's surface. It passed over the North and the South Pole. On each orbit, photographing the clouds directly within.
The last one is the Doppler radar, a radar tracking system using the Doppler effect to determine the location and velocity of the storm, clouds, precipitation, rain, and hurricane. Radar can measure how fast the rain or hail is moving toward or away from the radar. Actually figure out the speed and direction of an object, so this instrument helps meteorologists to locate severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. I hope we give you the basic information about the weather instrument. And according to Anthony J. D'Angelo once said, no matter what happened, no matter the weather, always bring your own sunshine. Always bring this knowledge. That's all. Thank you.
Why is the weather like this? Why?
Good morning, Philippines. We are back for another pile of news. This is I, Angela Davila. For the weather forecast, let us hear from Bobby Ibobu. Bobby.
Thank you, Angela. Good morning. It is indeed a hot day right now here in our country. Today, this 10 a.m., we expect to have a hot temperature in our country in the northern side, hovering to the Midlands with the temperature striking 32 degrees Celsius. Down the southern side of the country, things are getting a lot worse as we're expecting temperatures range from 32 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow will be another day with only a few patches of rain and high level of temperature of sunshine during the day. Same can be said for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as the weather continues its heat and less rain clouds hovering across the sky. Due to the changes happening, this has caused a rapid change in the temperature of the ocean, which has caused fish kills in some regions of the country. However, the temperature changes significantly over the weekend, making it hard for farmers to grow their crops.
This is all for today's weather forecast. Back to the studio, Angela. Thank you, Bobby. Climate change impact to farmers will be reported by Mars Logan after a short break.
Having a problem with smelly clothes? Use Cloud.
Cloud?
Cloud fabric conditioner.
Let's go dance around with the sun up high till dawn and night. Rain or shine, our clothes smells fine with a fragrance that's so divine. Cloud fabric conditioner. Come on, let's go, let's rub it till it.
Choose Cloud. Cloud fabric conditioner.
Climate change has many consequences for plants, be it heat waves, increased flooding, or droughts. Besides these knock-on effects of global warming, rising carbon dioxide concentrations and temperatures directly affect plant growth, reproduction, and resilience. Humans are increasingly influencing the climate and the Earth's temperature by burning fossil fuels, cutting down rainforests and farming livestock. This adds enormous amounts of greenhouse gases to those naturally occurring in the atmosphere, increasing the greenhouse effect and global warming. The Earth's climate is influenced and changed through natural causes like volcanic eruptions, ocean currents, the Earth's orbital changes, solar variations, and internal variability. Mostly farmers are the ones that have been affected by climate change. The impacts on natural vegetation and agriculture are difficult to predict but could have devastating consequences for humankind. Thank you, and back to the studio, Angela Davila.
Thank you, Mars Logan. That's all for today. Stay safe and God bless.
As a student, I can contribute in this matter by reducing my electricity consumption, cleaning our surroundings, and spreading awareness to my fellow youth. These are the small ways I can do, and as they say, small efforts can result in big things. I can help in this situation by reducing carbon dioxide emission and practicing proper waste disposal like using paper bags instead of plastics and saving energy. I believe I can contribute in the mitigation of this problem by maintaining cleanliness in our environment, reducing the use of plastics, walking instead of riding cars that emit carbon dioxide.
Schools Division Superintendent, Mrs. Nene Rosal Marioles, CESO 5, to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Fernando C. Macaraig, to our CID Chief, Mrs. Dorothy L. Daniel, to all public schools district supervisors, secondary school heads, district science coordinators, secondary science coordinators, to everyone, good day. Welcome again to our Tech-Tok Challenge. I would like to congratulate all of our winners in the first episode of this contest for showing all their worth. Thanks God that despite all this global pandemic, we are continuously learning. Our school activities, though some are pending, but still we have this monthly task to prove that we Masbateño learners never say no to whatever challenges may come along, for we are all as pliant as a bamboo. Science teaches us a lot of things wherever we go and whatever we do. Science connects us. It provides us opportunities for more discoveries and inventions, which are not only useful in our daily livings, but also in response to the medication of COVID-19 patients. Sad to say that this unbeatable and invisible virus affects much of our life, young and old, rich and poor, but lucky enough, we are all safe from it. This month challenge is all about World Earth Day. In this episode, everyone is invited to join, both in elementary and in secondary. May these different contests serve as an avenue to everyone to showcase more what he or she knows about things around him or her, and therefore be given an opportunity to share it, if not to the world, but to the Masbateño learners. With this month-long activity, you are again invited for the following entries: experiments, documentary, blog about any science topics, in games. You can present it either in English or any dialect with English subtitle. Moreover, mechanics of different activities will be observed again, the same as in the first month of the contest. I know you have competent coaches to bring you along with this journey. Good luck and God bless.